Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Adni, and I'm from Senior High School 3 Jakarta. Before we get right into today's topic, I would like to say thank you to our amazing judges for attending today's event. Thank you to BI and G20 Indonesia for being able to hold this event so that our generation could speak up about our opinions and our point of views. And lastly, I would like to say thank you to all of the amazing participants in our lovely audience of today's event. Now, before we get right into the main topic for today, which is still a mystery, let me tell you all about myself. As I say, my name is Adni, and I am a 15-year-old student who tried to start a small local business when I was 12. And I failed. I was still an amateur, and I didn't know how to start or where to start a local product reseller. It may be the lack of advertisement, or it was just people's stereotypes about local brands that make them don't want to buy it. Here, ladies and gents. We always hear the phrase, cintailah produk-produk Indonesia in that one TV commercial, or it's just usually one of the example of the third precept in Pancasila. Local products. What questions that pops out on our brain when we hear those two words? What are the local products? Do local products spread around the world? Does it help our country financially or economically? Do our Indonesian fellows even appreciate our products? Or you can't think of a question at all? But the real question that I want to ask is, why do domestics or local product cannot compete with foreign products? Let's try to solve this together. There are many Indonesian MSMEs or Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises who complains that their products aren't sold or imported. Why? Number one, local products can't compete because their price range are too high. They are often high due to expensive logistic costs and transportation. And how did the government solve this, you may ask? They begin to try to reduce expensive logistic and transportation by building toll roads. Do I think it's effective? Not exactly. I believe logistics and transports are way cheaper if there's a shift between land to sea transport. Why? Here's the thing. Toll roads only simplify vacation-wise, but not for logistic-wise. Faisal Basri from the Institute of Development of Economics and Finance, or INDEF, said that the sea makes it cheap. Logistics are expensive because it is transported by trucks. Per kilograms are also expensive, and the loads are small. Toll roads are also said to be able to cut travel time. So I think the first case is pretty much solved. Now, case number two. Handmade products equals expensive. What do you think when you know a product is made manually? Are local products of low quality because they're made by hand? Not necessarily. They usually have better quality than the mass-made goods. Generally, small businesses in Indonesia has a higher price because it is made by hand powers and it isn't sold by large quantities. So basically, we are paying for their hard work rather than the product itself. Sounds like torture, am I right? Then why do they still do it? Because they love their jobs. Even though no one's buying, sounds stupid, but everyone's idealism is different. And we, as people who just buy and use their work, should just have understanding. Artworks made by human hands are expensive because it's very reasonable. So it's on us, the consumers. Like what our ancestors liked to say, if there is a price, then there's quality. Last but not least, our people prefer buying imported products rather than our locals. Here's why. Case A, products with low quality. Case B, unattractive packaging. And case C, the lack of innovative products in Indonesia. But that's all in the past. Ever since this whole pandemic drama started, small business in this generation starts to evaluate what went wrong. They did research, they brainstormed brand new ideas. A bunch of skincare and clothing lines are starting to bomb around. The lack of smart promotion is our problem from the start. So, in conclusion, my dearest audience, let's all support local brands to gain more attention as an innovative, brilliant, and a creative country. I hope we can all learn something from this speech. And thank you so much for listening and have a good day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.